Hello Aries, it is AD with kayxztarot and I'm going to be doing your February 2019 reading. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also check out that description box below on information on how to book a personal reading with me. You'll also find information there about my Instagram, my SoundCloud, the decks that I use, the crystals that I use, and just any general information you'll probably find out in that description box. Don't forget to leave me a comment, and without any further ado, Aries, let's get into your reading. Alright, let's see what's going on in February 2019. Aries, February 2019. Alright Aries, so here we have the Two of Swords. So there could be a decision that needs to be made. Also could be connecting with a Gemini. But basically with this is a duality melding between your spirit and your logical side, alright, in order to make a decision. But it seems like in this instance, it seems like somebody does not want to do that. They don't want to make a decision. They'd rather just have the universe make that decision for them, okay? So it seems like somebody feels quite stuck and it's by choice, alright? They don't want to move. They don't want to deal with whatever it is that they're supposed to be dealing with. They don't want to learn the lessons. They don't want to deal with the karmic energies or what have you. They're just choosing to sit and be still, alright? So we'll see how that appears in the rest of the reading. Perhaps, yeah, there were some burdens or some difficulties. Somebody doesn't want to commit to something because they don't think that they're really willing to put in the energy to do so, particularly if it has to deal with a relationship or like signing taking on a higher position at your job or taking on more responsibilities at your job. Or for some of you guys, there was there is going to be a shift in work. Look, yeah, the Eight of Cups. So somebody could be choosing to walk away from a situation, and I think it's just because it's become too burdensome for them. And so now, even though they've invested this, there is a hint of sadness as they turn their back on the situation, but they feel like it's in their best interest to do so. And perhaps that's why the Two of Swords is there, because like, who really wants to do that? Especially when you've invested time, money, energy, you know, into a relationship, into a business, into a job, right? It's hard. It can be difficult to walk away from that and go nurture something else. But it seems like that is what is being asked. Alright? And some of you guys could be dealing with the Cancer here. We had the Page of Cups, the Chariot, and the Six of Cups. Alright? So perhaps you could easily be having a return of a Cancer, alright, could be coming back and making its round again. The Page of Cups, you know, could be somebody that you've had children with, or you're going to be finding out news about children. There is a lot of youthful energy and there's a lot of destiny here with this Chariot. So perhaps some of you guys could just be finding out information regarding children, having children, moving forward with children, moving with children, just children, right, are going to play a huge part in that divine path. Some of you could be entering teaching. It could do something like that, but there's a very youthful energy tied with destiny, alright? Oh yeah, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, Aries. So some of you guys are certainly going to be maternal, alright? Be it you yourself, be surrounded by your mother, but there's definitely going to be some children. Alright, 2 and 1. Let's see. Aries, February 2019. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Tower card, alright? Could be connecting with a Scorpio, but this is sudden upheaval. This is something being ripped from you very quickly, alright? You finding out some unsettling information. Your home being taken from you. Something, alright? Something where there's already established structure that is being struck down kind of like overnight. Like it was there and then it's not. Could involve a breakup, right? Could involve a relocation. Just anything of that nature where it was sudden and it was upheaval, but it put you on a different track. But this has to happen to get you moving, because the thing, once you destroy one structure, that's an opportunity to build another one. But it seems like this is certainly coming out of nowhere. This seems to particularly revolve around a secret with this Moon card here. Again, Cancer energy. Could be certainly dealing with the Cancer or a Pisces for that matter. But there's a secret that has been coming up that is kind of earth-shattering, or it seems that way now. But I think when you look back into it on the long run, you'll be like, oh, that happened. You know, who was a Sagittarius had their January reading, and it was just kind of like they found out about an unexpected pregnancy. Okay, that could also have to deal here too, or a pregnancy with an ex, you know, pregnancy with somebody that wasn't them. But with all that youthful energy and all that children energy, and then the Tower, and then the hidden secret, it could have to deal with a child, but it could be a secret of that matter. But that is the underlying energy. It is very destructive. It is very interruptive isn't a word, but like it's this, whatever that you thought was going to be happening is now interrupted. All right, the Tower energy is definitely causing some major interference. All right, and then we have the Six of Wands is the heart of the reading. Beautiful. We have Death. Okay, big energy for February as the foundation. The Seven of Cups in the present moment. We have the Eight of Cups as the most likely outcome. All right, look at that, you know, decision. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. All right, Aries, pretty kind of straightforward in a sense. So there's some sudden upheaval, all right? But the thing about it is the Six of Wands is like you're returning, or you're emerging from this victorious. You do come out on top because it spawned some sort of metamorphosis, transformation. You learned a lot of lessons, and you're willing to kind of embody them now. So you're re-emerging. So there was a lesson, all right? Definitely closing of the cycle with this foundation of the Death card. Again, could be connecting with the Scorpio. But it just seems like there was a major shift, perhaps emotionally, really on an emotional front, or just, you know, being in a relationship with somebody, something that you were emotionally tied to. And you can be emotionally tied to or invested in a job also. So jobs are not limited, career is not limited from this reading, but you do emerge victorious, okay? But after this, it seems like you're really kind of caught in a daze. It is the big theme that I'm getting. You're truly caught in a daze with the Seven of Cups, because it all happens so quickly. You're kind of just like, you know, one day I was doing this, and the next day I'm totally in a different, you know, stratosphere than where I had imagined myself. And that's sometimes how life happens, right? But it seems like you're certainly overwhelmed by decisions, because it's opened you up. Whatever this was, it opened you up. If this was a relationship that you've been in for a long time, and you found out that homeboy or homegirl is having a baby with somebody else, and now you're just like, well, it's done, we can't bounce back from that, you know, I'm not going to forgive you. I'm just going to keep it moving, as Aries can do, you know, with that fire energy. Just keep it trucking. Well, now you're dead single, right? And you haven't been for years. So it's that type of overwhelming feeling, okay? It's having to look for a job, having to submit resumes again after you haven't had to do that for a long time. There's just a lot of things that have to go on. There's a lot of balance and decisions that have to be made, all right? But it does certainly seem that some of you guys are going to be walking away. If you are asking if you should move, like actually physically relocate from one city to the next, one state to the next, you know, one country to the next, you easily could be doing that. Now you could be setting those preparations for the decisions to come in order to move on and to leave. Because it seems like whatever situation you're in now, the overall theme, the overall energy is like whatever it is that you're coming from, Aries, it no longer serves you. So now you have the freedom to go and do and pursue whatever you feel. You really have nothing holding you back. You know, it's just kind of like what is, you know, only unless if there's children of some sort that have to be discussed. But it leaves you open to where you're going to be able to feel more freedom and take, you know, a different amount of risk as you start moving forward. And then with this Two of Pentacles here, this is balance. This is seeking balance. But you notice the little boat and the waves in the background. This is also symboling travel. So some of you guys could genuinely just be moving because there's nothing holding you back at this point. You know, why would you stay? The thing that you were staying for, it's kind of like the thing that you were absolutely staying for kind of showed you its ass. And you were just like, well, fuck this, there's no point. I can certainly move on. I can certainly turn my back. And the interesting thing is, like, from my way, all the cards are moving this way. You know, they're all moving the same direction, all the way that they look. So there is certainly moving forward. It's like sudden destruction, and then every card is just like, well, now I'm turning my back on it, and I'm walking away, and I'm walking towards something new, something that I feel like will serve me. I'm ready to reinvest my emotions into something else, into anything else at this point, because this turned out to be, you know, a shit show that I was not expecting, and it's kind of left you off balance, Aries. So that's really what I'm getting for this month. Some key decisions are going to come in. You are going to have to make a decision, but it seems like the most likely outcome on the track that you're on right now here with the Eight of Cups, there's going to be some decision to walk away and move on from it, all right? Because you're different with this Death card. The person that you were entering this phase is not who you are coming out of it. So this person who's walking away now, the sorrow comes from, man, I watched this, I nurtured it, I let it grow, and now it's moving. Now it's time to move on. Now it's time to move elsewhere. Perhaps some of your kids could even be leaving, not leaving anymore, but unless if it's like a really late start. But perhaps you're wrestling with, you know, children going away to college, or somebody graduating to the next step. All right, but there's just something where it's just like, somebody came in one way and they're exiting out a little different. Kind of like the chocolate factory with Willy Wonka. They learned those lessons, alright? And so, you know, now you're coming out a little different than you initially went in. Which is fine, but because of that, you know, you have to look at the world differently. You have a whole nother perspective that you're taking into account that you didn't even think about before, Aries. So it seems like that is going to be kind of like the big theme for February in this Piscean season. The Aquarius and Piscean season. It just seems like you could be finding out some information or just get some knowledge about something that is really going to shake you, but it's going to get you to get it moving. It's going to be the sign that you've been asking for from the universe, and it's going to be abrupt. Like, you're not going to miss it. I can tell you that. There's going to be no sip of confusion as far as what actually is going on here, alright? So we're going to move into your oracle reading. Alright, we're starting with the Moonology deck. But yeah, this is the universe being like, here's the sign that you were looking for. Is it big enough for you? It's literally neon. Whatever this is that happens. But you do, again, don't forget, you do emerge victorious with that Six of Wands. So even if it's scary right now, as long as you learn the lessons and evolve, alright, like a Pokemon, as long as you evolve, then you will be fine. You'll be able to look back on the situation and understand how it played such a huge part in, you know, the fundamentals of your life. Right? We're all working on a new 20-year cycle. So really weigh those pros and cons about what you want that to look like, especially with that Two of Pentacles here. There is decision and weighing of pros and cons that need to happen, but it's just because you're a new person. Like, I can't stress that enough, alright? So at the end of the day, we have show the world the real you with the full moon in Aquarius card, alright? So there is, I think you just being yourself is enough, especially with the Six of Wands here. There's already a lot of attention on you. People are going to be looking for you, seeking it out, because you're different. You move different. You seem different. You talk different. All right, you look at things different. The conversation that you provide is different. Okay, and so now you finally are in a place where you feel like you can truly be yourself, because now you have a self to be, Aries. You know, like everything started kind of falling into place, and so we have a time for healing. So after a change here, after a metamorphosis, you do have to take a break. There's no need to plunge into this decision making, alright? And if you have made the decision to walk away, then reflect on what you're walked away from, alright? You know, and that's a big theme here, because at the bottom of the deck, we also had take time to breathe out. So there is a need, there is a super need for healing. There's absolutely no doubt in that. That this is tough, alright? That this was a tough thing. And this is going to be a tough thing to walk away from, because I just sense a lot, it's long term. This was a long term situation, alright? That's kind of ending. And then confidence is your key to success. So believe in yourself and you will achieve things yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? So especially with that Six of Wands, again, be confident, be bold, especially when you start to move on, especially if you're moving into a new chapter, if you're moving into a new phase. Be confident that this is the phase for you, right? That you can own this phase, that you can dominate this phase, alright? Adopt into that sister sign Leo energy, or brother, since y'all are masculine energies. So drop into your brother, you know, masculine energy, and just know that you own the room, and don't even question it. Man, ugh, this deck, because my hands are so cold, the cards go flying. Give me a second, Aries. Sorry, 1 second. Alright, I'm back, and I come bearing gifts, as in these Angels of Atlantis oracle cards. Alright, so we have freedom, okay? Freedom, and I think that there is a freedom from this burden, especially after you make that decision, because right now it does seem like you're in a state of, what do I do? And that's very burdensome. States of transition are always the most difficult states to me, because you don't know what's going on. Until you get your feet planted, you're looking around like everybody else, like you're wondering, like, well, what's going on? Like, you have the same question that everybody else has for you. So once you decide to finally make that decision, get out of that Two of Wands, get out of that Two of Swords, excuse me, and either choose to walk away, or if you're going to commit to a decision, then fully commit to it. Alright, weigh your pros and cons, but make sure that you are always the pro. Alright, your happiness, your peace of mind, your sanity is always the pro as you make these next, you know, bout of decisions that you have. Alright, so you have trust. Trust yourself, trust spirit, trust your guides. I really think that this is trusting yourself that you're making the right decision. Intention. Alright, intention. Where are you going? Where do you want to, what is it that you're trying to do? With yourself, again, with this newfound energy. Like I said, if you're finally feeling like you can be yourself and you can do yourself and you can move such as yourself, what does that look like? What do you intend to do with that power? Because you being yourself, Aries, is the most powerful instrument you have. And Aries, when they put their mind to something, you guys can, I mean that war god Mars, you guys really get shit shaking, and you just go forth and you go and you do it and you kill it. Alright, Aries have long track records of being very successful because they know how to make waves. Alright, so we have courage coming up here, which I love, and that's what I was saying, especially with confidence, with that Leo card. So a lot of fire energy just supporting you in this decision as you move forward, as you come out of this more metamorphosis and this transition that you've created for yourself. All right, and then finally we have meditation. Okay, so that time for healing, reflecting, intention. This is a big deal because right now you're kind of down on your energy, is what I'm sensing, Aries. You're down on your energy, and now's the time to figure out what you're going to do with that energy once it comes back. Once you get that puff of inspiration, how do you want to spend it? If you're a creative, I know a lot of Aries creative people, if you're creative, this is time to start thinking about what is your next project. How are you going to fund it? How are you going to reward it? If this has to do with work, this is where do you ultimately want to see yourself in your career? How are you going to put, you know, your work in order to get to that corner office or whatever it is that you're wishing for, whatever it is that you want, your small business, marketing, strategic, you know, how are you going to get the word across? It's that type of energy, and you'll be able to do it, but you're really going to want to be aligned with yourself. All right, so now's the time to start making those decisions. This opportunity, this sudden upheaval, this tower moment that's happening is really providing an opportunity for you to clean out some early spring cleaning. All right, so you can put all your energy and all your focus into whatever it is that you so want to put your energy and your focus into, Aries. Alright, one last card from the Ethereal Oracle. Oh, we got a flipper. Ooh, 12. We have 12 here. Can't see that. 12, alright? And it says portal. The doorway of the spiritual world. It brings source energy into the physical world. This is birth and rebirth. A completely new energy, not a new version of the old. The portal is in the creating or becoming new. It is a new life. Wow. I mean, wow. I mean, that's exactly what I was saying earlier. That hits the nail on the freaking head. As far as just like that death, that metamorphosis, there's something new here. You're new. You have come out something completely new. I'm so happy that oracle came out. I mean, damn. That sums it up perfectly, Aries. Like, I really hope that this message resonated with you. Of course, I would love to get some feedback in the comment section, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out that description box for information about that personal reading and personal information about myself. All right, Aries. So thank you so much for your continued support here with Kayxztarot, and peace until next time.